Welcome back. I'm happy you stayed with us. Leadership is going through a transformation, and we have business and leadership development coach Claudine Pereira here to tell us what we need to do. Claudine, it's wonderful.
Oh my gosh, it's been
too long.
New York minute since I've been here. I can't believe it.
It has been too long, and I'm so glad that you're
Thank
here.
you.
Because
Thanks for having me back.
There's a big shift happening.
Yes, there is.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Yeah, big shift in leadership. So thanks very much for having me. I was here nearly 2 years ago when my book, The 7 C's of Leadership Mastery, was being released, and it's just a joy to be back. And today I'm going to be releasing, later on in your show, for the first time, the 8th C. So very excited to talk about that today. Leadership has really shifted since I sat in your chair the last time.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of conflict at the leadership level, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of mental wellness issues, a lot of conflict, a lot of people working more in silos instead of working together. So leadership has really shifted, and I feel like in 2026 and 27 we really need more leaders at the leadership table.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, very interesting. I think the economy perhaps has shifted. We've got hybrid work happening. Some people are back full time. Some people are still working a little bit from home. So there is sometimes that little bit of a disconnect.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that I'm seeing.
So let's go back to talking about your book.
Yes.
2 years.
2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're adding another piece to it.
8C, yes.
So let's talk about the 7 C's of Leadership Mastery.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So 7 C's of Leadership Mastery was born out of that, 3 years ago, I suppose, when I started to write it, where I really felt we needed more leaders at the table, both in the workplace and at the entrepreneurial table. Yeah. So I've been in business this year for 12 years, and this is a passion of mine. Wherever I go, I like to speak about leadership, which I always summarize in 2 words: positive influence. It's just having that positive influence around you. You don't need to run around and say, oh, I'm a leader, or I have a title. It's not about that. And the book was initially written for people that were unsung heroes, that had never been recognized as a leader, because most of the time this book ended up in someone's hand that said, I never thought I was a leader, or I could be a leader. So this was sort of my gift to them, to show them that they could be.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
And you work with all different kinds of people.
Yes.
Let's talk about the work that you do.
Yes, thank you. So I work in the business coaching area as well as leadership. So I have clients that are entrepreneurs that are running their own company. Yeah. I also work with leaders in organizations, so managers that are coaching teams, and I work with them to help them to drive results, how to have those difficult leadership conversations, critical conversations when it comes to coaching and for driving results.
Right. So what I think is really interesting about what you do is, most of the time people get promoted into a leadership role.
Yes.
But not necessarily given the skills they need.
That's right.
To lead.
Absolutely.
And that's where you come in.
Exactly. And quite often that's what I've seen, and obviously growing up in the leadership world since I was 23 years old, quite often you see leaders at the table that are not prepared. They've got a certain skill set. So the same thing is happening now, and that's my sweet spot. That's my Rising Stars program, where I go in and go, okay, where are we at right now? Why do you think you're here, and what do we need to work on to make you a stronger leader and have that positive influence over your teams, which then drives results.
So tell me about the work that you do with our entrepreneurial community, our small business community.
So the same thing, you need to be a leader in your field. So whether you are in real estate, I've got many different businesses I work with, and they have teams, and you still need to be a leader in your field so that you can stand out. So a lot of the work that I do in business leadership coaching is the same, albeit we also work on how to grow the business, how to network, how to get out there, how to set your financial goals, your pricing, all the things that you don't want to look at as a business owner.
Well, it's, as a business owner, you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Right?
That's
so
right.
You have no idea. If you've never done it before, you would have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where you come in.
That's right, exactly. And leadership is the core center of everything that I coach on, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're a leader in an organization.
So let's go back to the book. We've got about 3 minutes, so let's
very
talk
excited.
about
yes.
the big
8C on Anna Huck's show is, drum roll, collaboration.
Okay.
Collaboration, and this won't be released until we air the show, and it's collaboration, because I really feel that I've been seeing a lot of working in silos, and I'm big about bringing people together, whether it's people in the same industry, fellow coaches. I hear quite a lot in the entrepreneurial world that, oh, I don't want to go to that event because the coach is there or another realtor is there,
Right.
when there is quite enough business to go around. And I understand the mindset because we're in an economy where everyone's trying to get that sale. However, we're missing the part where we really need to think about how we can work with one another in the same field and collaborate versus working with that silo. And the same thing goes for if you are working in an organization. We are all stronger working together.
Definitely. You have a couple of examples of collaborations.
Yes, I do.
In pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture, Super Bowl, whether you love it or hate it, Bad Bunny. Everyone was guessing he was going to bring somebody on to the stage, and little did we know it was going to be Lady Gaga. So again, super successful, both of them in their own right. They're both singers, but they are doing something very different.
Right.
The Olympics, I'm big. I started out as a figure skater before I got into dance. I know, and so I watched the skating ad nauseum, and the team event. So the teams, Canada, Japan, they were all competing together as one team on behalf of their country, and then they were competing individually. So how does that look when you're working as a team, and then you can also still compete individually? So great, two great examples of collaboration.
I love that. We've
Thank
got
you.
about a minute left.
Yeah.
So
very excited.
Yeah.
I'm partnering with Indigo. There's book signings coming up. Stay tuned to my Instagram page at The Pink Coach. The one in Ajax at Indigo is on July the 3rd. Etobicoke is May the 31st. I believe it's a Sunday. There's going to be one in Hamilton, one at Bloor, which is going to be Bloor downtown near Yorkville, which is going to be combined with a leadership event. So stay tuned to my social media. They will all be advertised, and we will be really focusing in on the book. There'll be copies there that you can buy that are going to be on the shelves, and talking about the 8th C, which is collaboration instead of competition.
I love that.
Thank you for having me once again.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Anna.
And thank you for coming on.
Okay.
And that is all the time we have for today. But we're back Friday at 5 only on Rogers TV. So have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you then.